Hello and welcome to another update video about Mana. Yeah, Mana gave us a signal here a few weeks ago, actually. It broke above this trend line that we talked about in the last video, and it did already show us 5 waves up. I can't remember if I made a video about it or if I just posted it on Discord and Telegram. The structure wasn't great off the lows, but we had a 5-wave move up, and now we see some green candles. Price action reminds me a little bit of the action that we saw back in January, December. So it can escalate quite quickly in the crypto world. So just be aware of that, okay? These can just rally without much structure very, very quickly. Ideally, we see clear structure. It's not always the case. Sometimes they just extend very quickly, and then you need to be quick, okay? But that's what I always say, you know? Corrections are endless, but when they go, you know, it can only take a couple of weeks and they're exhausted again. And then the correction starts again. So, you know, we want to be quick when you're trading these altcoins. That's why I typically give you those signal levels in the videos that you can watch them yourself, because obviously when they break quickly. We had this trend line that broke, we had a pullback, okay? And then we tested that basically, this trend line, and now it's going. So we want to take a look at that. It's best price action we've had in a long time. And overall, it's a chart that we are focusing on higher because Mana is holding long-term support. Okay, never broke below this support area, which was at 13.9 cents. And this is key support, okay? Key bullish support. So we could be on our way in wave 5 here to a new all-time high. It's very early days. This chart shows you the long-term critical structural resistance areas. They are at 85 cents. Then we've got $1.71 and we have $6 basically. So it seems like, I mentioned it a while ago, all these altcoins, they move in groups. It's funny that, for example, Axie is now moving, Mana, Gala, Sand, you know, these gaming coins are moving now. I haven't checked, but probably PYR as well, because a lot of people ask me for an update. But yeah, so it's not doing anything surprising as such. It broke the trend line. That was the signal that things can start to move. Been talking about, you know, focusing on the long side in the crypto market now for a while. And now we finally start to move here on this chart as well. So it's getting interesting. So now what else to mention? So let's go to the shorter time frame. I have to go to the short-term chart. We've got a specific short-term chart for Mana. By the way, you can access these charts as silver and gold members if you're interested in the membership. So live TradingView charts. So yeah, so we came down, completed basically. We had 5 waves down complete. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last video. We had, was back here in September, a trend reversal area which worked. And then we came down. It dropped a little bit below support, but no sustained break. But it never invalidated the 1-2 setup. And now it's moving in wave 3. So the structure is a little bit difficult to recognize. I would say, you know, if the best I can recognize this is to say that this here was a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and we're now in wave 5 of 3. Just be aware with coins. 1 second. Yeah, just be aware with coins. They can escalate and escalate and escalate, and people tend to wait for pullbacks and they don't show. So that's why I always say when you want to trade a coin, you have to have a core position, okay? And then you can trade around it when the pullback shows. You can scale in a bit, scale out in resistance. What you don't want to do is, for example, as many people did it here in January, you wait for a pullback, you wait for a pullback, you wait for a pullback, you scale in, it makes a lower high and breaks down, okay? So see, that's why I give you these pullback zones, for example, and you can build positions here, here. Yes, this broke, but the setup never invalidated. And yeah, I mean, maybe it will do the wave 4, but sometimes they just escalate completely without pullback. We saw that in December. So that's just what I always say. When they move quickly. These corrections can take a long time, but when they move quickly. So I can only show you the ideal structures. Extensions are always possible. Looking at the 4-hour chart here, next key resistance will be at 44.5 cents or 45 cents. That's key resistance, structural resistance. Then we've got here 54 cents and then we are moving most likely to 68. These are the next key resistance levels. Support for trend continuation is 33 cents. That's the level against which you can calculate your risk, okay? It doesn't mean you have to wait for the pullback, for example. You can do, but it might go further. But you just need to measure your risk. It's simple math. And then if it gets into this support area and moves further, then we have 5 waves. But as I said, these third waves can extend in crazy ways. So if this is a third wave, then we have the following Fibonacci extensions that we want to pay attention to. It's now broken above the 1.618 extension, so it's an ideal target for an impulse, third wave. Could even go higher, obviously, the 2.618 extension. We talked about that level here, 45 cents. That's the 46 cent level. These are the next extension levels to watch for as well, 41 cents and 46. And then, yeah, up there we've got obviously, we need to see how high it extends. You know, that's why I often say in a third wave, we have to just follow up with support. So basically what we do, we're just tracking support. Yeah, you can use a trailing stop here. That's entirely up to you. But it's more about, okay, expect extensions. Okay, when they have started to move, they move. Expect extensions and just rather move support instead of waiting for a pullback. Okay, there are strategies to trade these third waves. Yeah, there are hundreds of ways how to trade this, but I can only provide the analysis, okay? So yeah, that's my update about Mana, starting to look good. What I'm spotting here, potentially, it's a bit too early to say, but potentially this might turn into an inverse head and shoulders pattern. That's a bit too early to say. So we might reach here this 45 cent level, get a setback, maybe in wave 4, move higher in wave 5, and then break out, okay? Just saying that's a possibility. I just know how quickly these gaming coins move when they move. They sometimes move without structure. It's not necessarily healthy. It always looks very bullish, but see, this was not a valid structure. There was literally no support. It just rallied, okay, in crazy ways and crashed down again. It's not good. So hopefully we build a better structure now, form 5 waves, come back in 3, like Aave did it, and Rune, and then we can go. Okay, that's my update about Mana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.